EduSafe Africa. We pride ourselves in simplifying fire safety training and education. Today we are going to learn about tackling fires. When a fire occurs at a school, it can significantly disrupt its normal operations. The risk increases with the number of occupants. The danger is particularly high when students and staff are unaware of proper procedures, have not received clear and concise training, as well as inadequate regular participation in fire drills. The most effective strategy against fire is prevention. Nevertheless, it's crucial for students and staff to be equipped to handle a fire emergency. Therefore, regularly reviewing the school's fire risk assessment and ensuring no actions are outstanding is essential. All staff and students should be familiar with the fire safety plans and procedures, including the locations of fire extinguishers, escape routes, and assembly points. Conducting frequent fire drills and testing fire alarms is vital to ensure everyone knows their escape routes and responsibilities. All schools should have their own individual fire safety measures and plans in place, so it's important for students and staff to familiarize themselves with the measures put in place. However, it's equally important for students and staff to familiarize themselves with these general tips about what to do if ever there's a fire in the school premises. Steps to take if there's a fire at a school. Step 1. Raise the alarm. Anyone discovering a fire should raise the alarm immediately, regardless as to how small the outbreak is or how innocuous it appears to be. Fires can develop very quickly and every second counts. The fire and rescue service should be called with the name, address of the property given clearly, along with any helpful information such as the fire type and location. If the alarm has sounded automatically, assigned school fire marshals should investigate the alarm condition as everyone else evacuates the building. If it is a genuine fire condition and if the fire is small and manageable, about the size of a waste paper bin on fire, and the appropriate type of fire extinguisher is available, then somebody may attempt to extinguish the fire, but only if they have been trained to do so. In the process of extinguishing the fire, make sure that the escape route is never compromised by the fire, as well as ensuring confidence in understanding the fire type and adjacent risks. Similarly, despite best efforts, retreat if the fire continues to grow and evacuate immediately and warn others on your way out. Step 2. Evacuation. Head directly to the nearest emergency fire exit. Before opening a door, place the back of your hand on the door to check for heat. If cool, slowly check the door handle for heat and proceed to exit. The last person out should try to close doors behind them to prevent the fire spreading through the building's fire compartments and to reduce the level of oxygen available in any room to feed the fire. If the door is hot, do not open it. Find or create an alternative exit, like through windows. If no other exit is available, and if the escape route is affected by smoke, drop down onto the ground and crawl, as the available air will be cleaner closer to the ground. During evacuation, please note the following. Evacuation should be prompt and calm, with everyone making their way to the designated assembly point. Any hazardous machinery or electrical equipment should be shut down in line with the fire evacuation procedure of the school. Do not stop to collect any personal belongings. Never use elevators in the event of a fire. This is because the elevator could stop working, trapping you inside, or the doors could open on the afflicted level and expose the occupants to flames, heat, and toxic gases. Fire marshals will sweep their designated areas of the building to ensure that everyone is out safely. Being trapped in a fire within a building is an intensely frightening experience, marked by a chaotic blend of panic, confusion, and the instinctive drive for survival. As smoke fills the air, reducing visibility to near zero, the heat intensifies, making each breath a searing pain. The loud crackling of flames combines with the sound of sirens and shouts from emergency responders, creating a disorienting cacophony. Amidst the suffocating smoke and encroaching flames, finding an escape route becomes a desperate priority. Thoughts flash erratically. Memories of fire safety drills, the location of exits, and the urgent need to stay low to avoid the worst of the smoke. Every second feels elongated as the realization of the perilous situation sets in, urging a swift and careful response to find safety. In the midst of this fear, urgency, and adrenaline rush, It is important to remain calm and composed as you attempt the following steps. Try and get to a room with a window. Block the gaps under doors with materials such as clothing, bedding, towels, etc., to prevent smoke from entering. If you're on the first floor, open a window and lower yourself to arm's length, then drop to the floor. Never jump from a window. However, if it's the only alternative, make sure to first throw down some soft materials onto the ground outside. If you're too high up to attempt this, then use the window to call for help. And if you must escape through the window from higher floors, it's recommended to use the descending line. School authorities are hence advised to install descending lines at strategic points of the high-rise buildings. If your clothes ever catch fire, don't run around as this will fan the flames. Instead, remember, stop, drop, roll. Stop immediately, drop to the ground and roll to smother the flames. If you find yourself in a situation where escaping through a window is not feasible and you must pass through flames to reach safety, it is crucial to utilize protective measures like a blanket and a wet cloth. These simple tools can significantly enhance your protection during a fire escape. Here's the correct way to employ them. 1. Wet the cloth and blanket. Soak a cloth and a blanket, if possible, in water. Thoroughly wetting these items can help protect against heat and smoke inhalation. Wring out the cloth to ensure it's not dripping excessively, as this can hinder movement and create slip hazards. 2. Cover your nose and mouth. Use the wet cloth to cover your nose and mouth. This acts as a filter to reduce the inhalation of smoke and toxic gases. Breathe through the wet cloth, which helps to cool the air entering your lungs and traps larger smoke particles. 3. Use the blanket as a protective shield. Drape the blanket over your body to provide a protective layer against heat and flames. Ensure that the blanket covers as much of your body as possible, especially your back and head, which are particularly vulnerable during an escape. 4. Move quickly and stay low. Proceed to the nearest safe exit while staying as low to the ground as possible. Heat and smoke rise, so the air near the floor is cooler and cleaner. Use the blanket to shield yourself from flames or hot surfaces as you move. 5. Keep the cloth wet. If the cloth begins to dry out, try to re-wet it, if safely possible, to maintain its effectiveness at filtering smoke. 6. Exit safely. Continue to use the blanket and cloth until you are safely out of the building or area affected by fire. Once outside, move to a safe location away from the building and notify emergency services if they have not yet been alerted. This method doesn't guarantee complete safety, but it can significantly increase your chances of escaping a fire without serious injury from smoke or burns. Always prioritize getting out of the building as quickly and safely as possible. Thank you for watching EduSafe Africa. We pride ourselves in simplifying fire safety training and education.